Thank you so much, Director Chun Hoon. And I just want to thank Representative Debbie Dingle and Representative Brown for sharing their personal stories. Lest anyone think that we just sort of sorted through and culled these stories from the few women in our caucus who have experienced violence and domestic violence in their lives. I just want to point out that 1 in 3 women in the United States have experienced domestic violence or will experience, and 1 in 4 men. So this is a disease that is pervasive in our culture. And I'm so glad that Representative, I just want to associate myself with everything that's been said. I want to thank Director Chun Hoon for really cataloging all of the progress that has been made in this area, up to and including the financial commitments that have been made to end this scourge. But I have to tell you, 30 years has been a really long time. And before the Violence Against Women Act was enacted, domestic violence was seen as a personal malady, and it's something where people needed to sort of mind their own business, stay out of it. I can recall, a very close a woman to me who called the police after being beaten by her husband, and the police arrived, and the police and this man chit chatted about the state of affairs in the NFL football league, and that was the end of the visit around domestic violence. In the 1970s, when I first faced domestic violence, I was in a relationship where a man put a gun to my head, waterboarded me, beat me, hung my daughter by her ankles out of a window. And there was no hotline to call. There was nobody to call. And that is why the Violence Against Women Act has been so important. And we're really proud that between 1993 and 2022, that 2020, that violence against women was reduced by 53%. I was so happy to be the lead author of the Violence Against Women Act during the 2013 cycle, when we were able to enact with much difficulty provisions that protected survivors in the LGBTQ community, as well as to provide power to tribal sovereign officers to intervene in violence against in offenders who were non-native on their land. It was a really big deal. And we reaffirmed that in subsequent VAWA reauthorizations. And so, as all the other speakers have said, that while we've been able to stem the Violence Against Women Act, we have so much more to do. It was very distressing to me to see us backslide during COVID, which demonstrates the vulnerabilities that women have. We had governors telling women to stay home where it's safe, and home was not a safe place. And so it is really important that we shore up the victims' crime fund so that our communities can be prepared when we see these upticks, and that we can build on the progress of VAWA until we rid our nation of gender-based violence once and for all. I tell the National Network to End Domestic Violence that I just want to put them out of business. I just want to end this